What's going on, guys? Tony here from LearnAutoBodyAndPaint.com and Paradise Garage. Here to do some auto body Q&A. If you guys can hear and see me, type in the chat. Let me know where you're tuning in from. We did change the time schedule, and we're going a little bit early, so I'm not sure how many guys are going to be showing up today. But as you guys start showing up, if you could type in the chat where you're tuning in from. Also, if you're a Learn Auto Body VIP member, type that in, put in LABAP VIP. And if you're first time newbie, just tuning in for the first time ever, just type in newbie, or first timer. Type it in the chat, guys, so I can see what's going on. We're going to do about 15 to 30 minutes of auto body and paint Q&A. So let me know if that sounds good. Depending on how many guys got questions, we're here to help you, take it to the next level with your auto body and paint projects. So hopefully you guys can hear me. Just give me some quick feedback in the chat. Let me know the audio, video is good. Quick feedback would be really, really appreciated. We got Sat Nav Steve from Wales, United Kingdom. Welcome. I wonder what time is it over there. Like, let me know what time is it in the UK right now. I have no idea. We are streaming a little bit early. Like I said, 7 p.m. Eastern. Maybe we can do something a little bit later. I don't know. Kind of playing with the times right now. We got somebody, Big Island in the house, VI pimp member. Should have put pimp member. Aloha, brother. Aloha. How you doing? All right. So I'm going to share my screen super quickly. Just for all you newbies tuning in or guys who, came to this stream once or twice. I just wanted to share with you. Let's see if I could present my screen. Share screen super quickly. I think we want to do window here or entire screen. We'll just share the entire screen. I'll click share. Hopefully, I think you guys can see that. So all you newbies just tuning in for the first time, if you want to learn more about automotive painting, auto body, and things like that, learn about spray guns and setting up and just everything in general, I want you to head over to radspaintformula.com, radspaintformula.com, to get a free training. It's a 5-step RADS training, video training series that I show you how to basically set your spray gun up, how to set everything up on your spray gun to spray like a pro without orange peel, dry paint, nasty runs, and tiger striping by modeling the 5-step RADS paint formula. So go there. It's absolutely free. Put in your name, email, and then we're going to be emailing you on a daily basis the 5 steps of the RADS paint formula. Plus, you're going to get a bunch of other bonuses and a downloadable auto body and paint guide. So hopefully you guys seen that. Let me know. I'm going to go back to the screen here, and maybe we will stop share screen right here and go back here. All right. Just after midnight in the UK sounds good. Oh, wow. Crazy timing. Just after midnight. Wow. Anyway, guys, you guys got any questions? If not, we can talk about whatever and we'll call it a short stream. Last time we had a good amount of people on. Today it looks a little dead. We had like 30 people on last time. Today doesn't look like that many are showing up, probably because of the time zone. I don't know. Maybe it's just a bad time today. But I will be here as long as we have some Q&A and we could kind of have a discussion. If not, I'll just call it short today. I don't care. What's up, Rich Reese? How you doing? Hope all is well. Again, guys, we're doing auto body Q&A. And the other thing is we're going to be starting the Tesla project at the end of May, just in a couple more weeks. Well, a few more weeks. Because the timing is going to be good. We're not going to be needing the car that much. Wife's not going to be using it for a couple weeks. So I decided, hey, that'll be a good time to take it apart and do a custom paint job on the Tesla project. So yeah, it's sitting right there. It's going to be super cool. We got the 2020 Model Y, and we're going to be doing a complete faded candy paint job to it. And we're going to be documenting the whole entire thing. Feeding it on YouTube feeding the better parts and the in-depth training on the VIP program at learnautobodyandpaint.com. And it's going to be exciting. It's going to be an amazing project. It's going to really, this thing is going to really turn some heads when it's done. Aiden says, let's see, Aiden, how long can I leave a panel with just base coat before having to scuff and clear? Man, I would say 2 days. So you got like a good 24-hour window to just put clear coat on it. Sorry, I got this big helicopter flying above the house. You got a good 24 hours, okay? Within 24 hours, you really don't have to scuff it down. You could just tack it, right? And then spray your clear coat on it. If you're going to be getting into that 48-hour, 36 to 48-hour window, then what I would do is get some 800 grit just on a little scuff pad, and just like scuff it up. A foam scuff pad, something soft where you're not going to really gouge it, but just a light scuff. You could do it by hand. You could even put it on a machine if you want, but just super lightly. Okay. You don't have to take the texture of the base coat down flat. You don't have to do any of that, but I would just scuff it and then give it one more coat of base coat. And then you could be ready for clear coat. All right. It's not needed to go 2 more coats over that. You just scuff it lightly, with 800 grit, and then put a nice coat of base coat on it, and then you're good to go with clear coat. Hopefully that answered your question. Let me know if that helps. Rich Reese says, have you used this new super build poly primer that's added pink guide coat? I have not. So it just seems like another product, because they have like body fillers like that where it goes on one color, and then when it dries a different color. You can kind of see that it's ready. And this is the same type of thing. If you sand it, you'll basically see another color. I guess that helps, but I was never a big guide coat fan unless I was doing heavy body work on a complete quarter panel or a door or a big flat spot, because you could literally just use your primer as a guide coat. And if you need a little bit of help, you could just get a little flat 1K primer, black, or just even some, enamel flat, and then just spray it. Some people like the powder. I'm not really a big fan of the guide coat powder. I just think it's not for me, So I would say if you want to try it. Yeah, polyurethane filler build primer is really thick. You usually need a 2.0 or a 2.2 tip size to blow it out. I don't like them. I think they're too thick. I like to get my body work down to 80 grit, for basically shaping. And then I'll go down to 150 to 220 before I prime. And regular power tops. Expensive. Yeah. So a regular filler primer, 2K filler primer, is all I need when I do body work. And I break down, my whole body work method and Learn Auto Body and Paint VIP. A lot of guys have their own ways. And then, if you decide to learn from somebody, you just follow. If you're a total newbie just starting out, my recommendation is follow somebody that you like, know, and trust, and follow the way they do body work. And then eventually you're going to come up with your own little shortcuts or tweaks, or figure out, oh, I kind of want to modify this, or maybe I don't have to use a poly build. Maybe I'll just do more body work, get it down finer before I do my 2K filler primer. So I have my methods that I think are that save on money and that also save on time, and they've been working for years. And that's what I teach and Learn Autobody VIP. And if I find a method or a product that I like, I will, let you guys know and update my members. So anyway, guys, I just want to kind of post this link. I told you earlier, go to radspaintformula.com, but I didn't give you the link. So I just want to post this here. All you newbies just tuning in, go to radspaintformula.com and get your free training. Let me know what you think. You can reply to those emails. I get those emails. And yeah, super cool. Yeah, the powder coat is expensive. Yeah, I seen it. I seen people use it, but like to me, it's just like more mess. It's more powder, more mess, more dust. Like I don't want to create more dust. I want to eliminate dust in my workspace. I just use the spray can guy coat, works good too. Yeah, so I mean that's guys, once you find your method, you're gonna pretty much stick to it. Some guys are more comfortable, doing this versus doing that, and they go with it. So you gotta kind of test it out and figure out how you like to do things because you're gonna come up with your own ways anyway. You use much etch or more epoxy? Does it depend on job? I use a lot of epoxy, especially over metal. Etching is like kind of like I don't know. I think old schoolish. I mean, the new epoxies now are pretty much all you need going over metal if you're going over metal work and body filler. Because sometimes you're going to have metal work with raw body filler that's shaped. You could do epoxy right over that. Okay, let that set up for about, give it a good 90 minutes to dry. Longer the better, 2 3 hours even better. And then you can go a 2K filler primer right on top of that without sanding. Okay, then you can cut that. You can cut it down with a 240, depending on how thick you lay that on. So yeah. All right, guys, let me know if you guys are liking this so far. Any auto body and paint Q&As, let me know. Any newbies tuning in for the first time, type in the chat, newbie, just kind of curious. Slow drying epoxy. It's slow drying epoxy. Yeah, well, I'm not really fond of slow dry unless it's clear coats. I like to let all my clear coats slow dry so it gives it time to flow out and harden. But normally primers, epoxy, all the hardeners that I use and activators, I like to use medium. Base coats, I'll use medium most of the time, even on a complete paint job, because that's enough. You don't want to use fast. Medium's good. Slow, I think, just takes too much time for base coat. I think base coat can be allowed to dry a little bit quicker. So I use medium across all of my base coats on single panel jobs, blending jobs, complete paint jobs. How do you feel about water-based paint when it comes to metallics? Honestly, I mean, I still shoot with a lot of solvents. A friend of mine at the body shops, they use water-based paints a lot more than I do, and it's pretty much the same thing. It just takes longer to dry. So, I mean, as long as you're not shooting it on too thick, there's no issues. But if you're laying your base coat with waterborne and you don't know how to spray correctly and you're laying it on too thick, it's going to run a lot. It's going to run and sag a lot easier. And you're never supposed to run or sag with base coat. But waterborne takes a little bit longer to set up and dry. So that's the only thing, just be careful of that and don't lay too much of a thick coat when it comes to base coats with waterborne. Better off doing three, medium coats than two medium wet coats. Guys, I'm going to post a link to radspaintformula.com again. Click that link down below. Oh, also, if you guys are interested in some awesome spray guns, don't forget to check out Zula.com, where you can check out the Atom spray guns, the same guns that I use. And just keep in mind that all Atom spray guns, all Atom X spray guns, this is the Atom X27, low volume, low pressure. They all come with the Gun Bud Ultra Lighting System. And I talk about this extensively in the Rads Paint Formula as well, because lighting is probably one of the most important things that you need when you're painting. Because if you can't see what you're doing, if you have shadows, if you yourself are becoming, a shadow on the car because of the lighting in back of you not working properly, or you got lights all over and you're getting shadows a lot, which is so common in every garage setup or even in spray booths. The Gun Bud lighting system here literally snaps on. It's universal, goes on any paint cup. There's almost 500 reviews on Amazon, and you can't fake reviews on Amazon. Like, it's like a 4.5-star review on Amazon. It literally lights up everything that you're painting. I have demos of this on my YouTube channel. Other guys have demos as well. It's an amazing product. And when you get any Atom type of spray gun, you basically get the Gun Bud Ultra lighting system. So it's like a spray gun package, spray gun and lighting system package all in one. And super amazing combo, I think. So check it out at Zula.com. I think you're going to like it. Let's see. Okay. Alex says, I have old paint sanded down and I don't want to go to bare metal. The whole panel just to fill the exposed metal is what? I have old paint sanded down. I don't want to go to bare metal. The whole panel, I don't want to go to just to fill the exposed metal there is now. Alex, I'm a little confused. If you don't want to go to bare metal, you don't have to, depending on the paint condition. If the paint adhesion to the metal is flaky, then go all the way down. If your paint adhesion to the primer and to the metal, whatever you see exposed, because as you sand, you're going to see basically a feathering of your coats. If it's pretty much still has a good seal and a good adhesion to it, then you could put 2K filler primer or an epoxy filler on top of that, okay, and just get it covered and then use that as a foundation to block it down, put 2K filler primer on it, block it down, and go over it and paint it, basically paint it. You can put sealer on it or you don't have to, because 2K filler prime is a good foundation base coat, foundation coat to put paint over. Either it's single stage paints that you're going to be doing or base coat clear coat. So so there you go. If you're down to metal and you're sanding and you got paint flaking off or chipping, you got bad adhesion between those, then take it down to metal, and then epoxy prime the whole thing. So anyway, hopefully that makes sense, Alex. Did that help at all? Or let me know. Court says my guns are super good. They're not my guns. They are Adam's Adam X spray guns. Just a partner company that we help out and they help us out as well. Rich Reese says, can you paint on top of chrome? Yes, absolutely you can. What I like to do, if you're painting over chrome bumpers like these classic cars, I don't plan on doing the Chevelle bumpers chrome, but if you got metal chrome or plastic chrome plated, you can sand them down with anywhere from 80 grit to 150 grit. Get the scuff marks in, okay? And then you could just straight 2K filler prime right on top of it and sand it down with 400, get it nice and smooth, and paint it. The other thing you could do if you want to go the extra mile, spend a little bit more time and money, get it down with 80 grit or 150 grit, okay? Either of those, depending on the condition, because some metals, if it's metal, you're going to have a little bit of rust, right? Like little rust spots and pinholes and whatnot, okay? Surface rust that you're going to sand down. You might have a little bit of craters. Then you're going to basically put epoxy primer on it, 2 coats, pretty, medium wet epoxy on it. Let that set up for about 2 hours, and then put 2 coats of 2K filler primer on top of that. Let that sit up, block it out flat, and you're ready for base coat, clear coat, or single stage enamel. That's how you paint chrome. I mean, I would show you guys an example on this Chevelle, but I'm not sure if I want to paint. I'm not sure if I want to paint my chrome on this Chevelle. I plan on painting it. We'll see what happens this year. I'm not 100% yet. I got somebody who gave me an offer that I can't refuse on this car, and I'm thinking of selling it. I got way too many cars. I got way too many projects. So anyway, that's my answer with Chrome. Have you ever seen Bad Chat on YouTube? What do you think? I think I seen them a little bit. I don't really pay attention to, I don't, really go on and watch other Autobody videos that much. It's, because I do it. But yeah, I've seen some of his stuff. He has a lot of tricks and hacks. Hi, Tony. How can I paint the inner surface of the trunk and the surface under the hood and also the sides of the doors? It's difficult to have access, even opening doors. Basically, you just sand it down, you get in there and you paint it. Or you could take the trunk and hood off, flip it over, put them on stands and paint them like that. You just, whatever works for you. I've painted, door jambs under the trunk, under the hood, under the trunks of all kinds of cars with the parts on the car. You just mask it up and paint it, sand it, make sure you sand it, you prep it, and you paint it. If you want to take them off, you can take them off. So you'd either, I don't know what you're doing, restoring a classic or whatever, but you might be painting, the outside might be painting, but so you'd have to basically mask it up so you don't get overspray going around and sticking to it, right? So yeah. I'm thinking about spraying some black wrap on chrome. Yeah, you could do that. You could even test it out using Plasti Dip. Pretty good stuff. You guys liking this so far? I'm glad. I'm glad. Any other last minute questions? We'll take a couple more and then call it a day. Again, if you guys want to check out some free training on Autobody, go to radspaintformula.com. Just click the link below or on the top right of this video. You're going to see a little card thing that you click on, and you can click it and it'll take you directly to that site to get the free training on how to spray with amazing finishes every single time. You know, how to set up your spray gun and really into detail. I think you're really going to like it. Anyway, yeah, guys, don't mind me today. I'm a little tired. I had a long night last night, woke up early, and I was working this whole morning and tried to take a little nap before I jumped on today, but I didn't really take a nap. Kind of tired. But anyway, here's the link again to Zula.com to check out those Atom X spray guns, which all include a gun bud ultra lighting system. I think you're really going to be happy. Anyway, any last minute questions, guys? Satnath, no problem, buddy. No problem. Any last minute auto body and paint questions? We're here for another few more minutes. Whatever you got, newbie questions, advanced questions, custom painting questions, bodywork questions, prepping, sanding, mixing paints, primers, sealers, candies, single stage, base coat, clear coats, you know, whatever you want to talk about. You know, sandpaper grits, we can talk about, you know, for a couple more minutes. Yo, no problem, man. Thank you for the comment. Been following you for some years. Appreciate all you do. No problem. Yeah, I'm about to start doing a few more projects this year. Been a busy 6 months. Well, it's still, you know, it's still April, but it feels like it's June. But we're going to be doing a lot more projects toward the mid, you know, June, May, from the end of May. So probably pretty much like June, July, August. So we're gonna have some cool content coming out, new videos, new projects, and just to keep you guys going and sharing more info here. What's up, Brian? Hope you're doing well. What's up? Okay, thanks. Do I have to spray it the same day, or can I do the inner parts and then the exterior next day? It's a single stage on a classic car. Yeah, I would do it. You would have to do it the next day, right? Because if you have a part off of a car and you're doing the underside, you can't flip it over unless it's dry, unless you could hang it somehow where you can hit both sides. But if I'm painting a hood or a trunk, I want to make sure it's laying down like that. You know, I don't want to be hanging this thing, right, and then painting the hood when it's hanging both sides. It's prone to more runs. If you're going to be painting a hood, this is the way to do it, because you can lay it on really thick and it'll flow out. You're not going to have any runs. You know, it's hard to run on a hood, you know, unless you're going super crazy and you just run it around here, you know, where it kind of curves down. But yeah, a lot of people get runs. And guys, you know, check out radspaintformula.com to avoid all of that and to paint like a pro every time. I took a lot of time to create that training. It's a 5-video training series that I think you're absolutely going to love. So yeah, check it out. radspaintformula.com. Click the link down below. Yeah, it's a 1967 Chevelle. I love it. All original. All original. I just got a new battery for it. The problem is I don't run it that much. So the battery died, and it was an old battery. So got a new battery for it and plan to take it out later this week or this weekend, give it a detail, clean the inside again, clean the outside, make it look good. It's just been, last time I started, it was probably like 2 months ago. But I don't know. Somebody offered me a good amount of money, and I'm thinking of just getting rid of it because I got so many projects. It's just, and space also. Like, I'm still in the process of building my garage back here, and it's taking the permitting stage is taking, it's almost a year now. It's like 8 months, and they still haven't even took a look at my permit. It's crazy, crazy. Weather up and down here in the UK. That's a beaut. Okay, that's exactly what I need to know. Thanks again. All right, guys. All right, so I'm gonna head out, guys. Thank you for tuning in. How is this time for you guys? Would a little later be okay? Because I'm thinking of changing it back to around 3 p.m. my time, which is 9 p.m. Eastern. And then I guess Vegas time, Central time would be 6 p.m., I think. No, 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 no. Pacific time will be like 6 p.m. It'll be 8 p.m. Central time. So I don't know. Comment down below. Let me know what you think of the time zones. I'm thinking of going, either 9 p.m. Eastern or keep it around this time. So just comment down below. Let me know. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to post a link again to Rad's Paint Formula. And it's for here in Arizona. Okay. So Arizona and Vegas, pretty much you guys are 3 hours ahead of me. So if I did it at 3, it'd be like 6 p.m. your time. So, yeah, because I can't do it at 2 because like when I'm working from home, 2 o'clock my daughter gets home and the bus is here and I got to go kind of like in between and got some family things going on at that time, so it's either an hour before or an hour after, just trying to figure it out. All right, guys, here's the link to Zula.com again, one last shot, and then radspaintformula.com, or just click the link down below in the description. And I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be back next week, Tuesday, my time. Have a great evening. Keep on cranking. And maybe we could talk about some other things next time when we're on. I'm a little bit tired. So we're going to call it a day at about 27 minutes today. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Peace. Don't forget to get your free training at radspaintformula.com.